And it's Lou here, along with my lovely host. She's back, Amie Jo.
I do exist.
Welcome back, babe.
Thank you, honey.
So, nothing's really changed other than
my eyelashes. I had those put on today.
You're rocking it. So, this week we got our larger diamond order, so we ended up getting like some really cool the punchline variant art germ that everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah.
We got several Red Sonja variants.
No way! You're kidding. I never would have thought Red Sonja would have come in.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to use that wonderful Red Sonja comic book thingy that was a wonderful gift. Thank you, Glenn. That I'll just take with me everywhere I go. You know, y'all are going to trip, and then one day I'm going to show up in a Red Sonja outfit, and then everyone's going to call the cops because it's inappropriate. I'll be like, y'all made this happen. This was y'all doing this to me.
It is a perfect candidate for the Comics Elite comic covers, clearly. For those of you that have gone to that site lately, that site's off the chain now, but yeah. So we ended up getting the cat... I believe it's Cadabre. Man, Kat, if you're listening to this, please forgive me for butchering your name. But that cosplay variant, we got a bunch more of those covers for the Red Sonja because that was the one that was actually photographed out here in Alaska, right there by the glacier.
It was the Knik Glacier, wasn't it?
The Knik Glacier, I believe. Yeah, so that's a good one for people. Another thing, as a reminder for all of our customers, I got a bunch of those September morning trades, and so when September morning comes in October to perform, you guys can get those signed and catch up on that cool storyline, cool artwork that's in there.
Their artwork in that book is just fantastic. It really is.
Yeah, I like that they focus on the lead singer like that too. That's pretty cool. And, you know, she's got that. She's like a female Marilyn Manson, but her own, you know. She
got her own swagger.
Her own swagger, her own storyline. Yeah. It's pretty dope, you know, so I like that a lot, actually. I think I like that creativity and applying, you know, the two niches together, right? So DC also sent us a bunch of posters for handing out for tomorrow. We got posters, buttons, all kinds of stuff. The posters are pretty cool, though. They were the punchline posters, and we also got the Batman animated series posters.
I didn't see that one yet.
Yeah, so we'll hand those bad boys out, and hopefully it's first come, first serve. But yeah, and we got a lot of graded books out there. We got a lot of back issue books added to our back issue bins.
Yeah, y'all have been killing it while I've been gone, getting all those put out. So
yeah, they're overflowing right now, which is a good problem right now.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty stoked.
Well, and I know that you always throw keys in there because you got to make the hunt, you know, worth it. So if you want to spend a little bit of time going through it, it's definitely going to be worth your while, because I know for a fact you had told me on the phone a couple that you threw in there. So
yeah, we on the side note, we ended up getting another signed Todd McFarlane comic that I'll let the customers decide on that one tomorrow when they come in. You know, if there's enough interest in it, then I'll just sell it raw with the autograph. Otherwise, we'll send it to get graded, and that'll be the end of it. Because with the grading, we'll also get the signature verified and everything else. I might just end up doing that anyway that way.
See what people want. Maybe someone wants that, you know, to go with a collection or something like that that they have. We'll have to see what they say tomorrow.
What they say, but man, I'm really excited of what's coming up. What I'm not excited about is the lunar distribution thing. Great for competition.
Oh, absolutely.
Great for competition.
Lord knows Diamond needs it.
But man, like today, you know, I don't want to just keep slamming on Diamond because there's some things that they do very well. But we got a couple of those Deadpool #5, the variants. It was a Spider-Woman variant. Those things are all bent to hell again, you know. And it's like, come on, Diamond, you guys, like, they should be the final authority on how to treat a comic book.
They should be putting their people through training that are putting these together. And there's no way those people are going through any amount of training besides like an OSHA video that we know everyone pays attention to, and you just hit next slide, and you take the test at the end. I think that's what the people do there, because there's no way if you went through any training that you would look at that and go, I'm going to throw this hardcover berserk book in with this totally rare variant and hope for the best.
Right.
It going from the East Coast to Alaska. Like,
Exactly.
It's like, come on, man, like help us out. We're trying, we're a small shop. I'm not Midtown.
Yeah.
I don't got that many pull boxes, like you got to help me out here.
Well, yeah, speaking of which, I got to tread carefully with that too. So I pointed it out to you this morning, but
Yeah.
I'll look on the email just to make sure. And it was very funny. I took screenshots, and I actually, I told Bosco's about it. He got a laugh out of it, because we're actually, the relationship between the two shops, I think, has gotten stronger in the last couple of weeks, because if we don't stick together and support each other, this is going to be a very difficult time for comic book shops. And we're the northernmost comic book shops in the nation. In reality, that's crazy, but we are the northernmost comic book shop, so in the continental United States. And we're the most remote out of all the comic book shops in the United States. So you would think that we're going to do what we can to help each other to keep that cost down.
Yeah.
And
because Lord knows they don't do Alaskans any favors when it comes to shipping.
No. So as I'm looking here, because I took a look, and I remember taking a screenshot of it, and I just found it funny. So they sent this email out. Lunar sent the email out to all the retailers, it looks like this morning. And, they were talking about all the good things that they're going to try to do. And one of the things where I think they made a critical mistake, and it's just an oversight in their pretty critical oversight, a lot of shops are very concerned that, Midtown, who is their partner, and DCBS, their partner, are going to be the ones benefiting from all of this right now. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, no worries. DCBS, even though they are associated with us, we're considering them a separate entity. They are not going to get preferential treatment, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
And then the footer of that Lunar distribution email, it says, thank you for your business. Stay safe and healthy, the Lunar team. And at the bottom it says, copyright 2020 discount comic book service. So their footer is the DCBS footer for their email that they sent out to us, but yet they're telling everyone, don't worry.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Separation of
church and state on that one. Yeah, please.
Like, no, not really. You guys got to fix that. And then, the concern being, so let's say, for instance, and man, I got to reach out to the Fairbanks comic shop this week. I have to. But let's say that the comic shop in Fairbanks, Bosco's, and us, if we all decide together, we can't afford the shipping. The shipping's astronomical, because as it is right now, we're looking at over $2 a pound to get our stuff up here, when we were all paying about between 60 and 90 cents a pound. So that's a significant increase that dips into our profit. In some cases, it just excessively into our profit margin.
We've already had to adjust our discounts because of the shipping changes just from COVID. Yeah, we may not be able to do discounts.
In the near future, we may have to cancel all the discounts, sadly. So, if that shipping stays consistent, the only people getting discounts will be Patreon. That's it. And even the Patreon will have to reduce the discount amount, but there'll be no more discounts at the shop. And it's not because we're being jerks. It's because we don't want to pass on that cost to you guys by increasing the cover price, which essentially, so here's the fear, right, is that if we all just boycott DC right now, which is what the Lower 48 wants to do, if we boycott DC, what's to keep Midtown and DCBS from saying, hey, well, you guys still want your Punchline and your death metal? We'll give it to you for 50 cents a cover, and we'll do free shipping just to crush the other 2,900 and whatever comic book shops
for getting out of pocket.
Yeah, and I mean, they really could do that. Whereas Diamond right now has no, they don't have a shop, so that's not even a threat.
And I believe it's in their, they have it like in their writing, like their licensing, that they guarantee that they're not going to be a competitor.
Yeah, that they're not a competitor at all.
Yeah, but I don't know how Lunar's going to be able to do that when their partners are
competitors.
Shops. You know, right. I don't know how they can say that. And I think that I would hope that Lunar is thinking about that and making sure that they have very strict laws and bylaws written in their printing and distributing, that they're not grabbing the best of the best and putting those aside and bagging and boarding every single of these special variants unless they're doing that for every shop.
Well, they put that was in their email today. It was actually right here. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, they actually, here, let's go. Lunar distribution. Yeah, basically they said, we want to thank everyone who has created a store with Lunar. We're working diligently to approve accounts and to ensure that you have the same discount as you had previously, which is the discount from Diamond and from DC. And DC would have that information, and they approved us. So, you know, I'm not trying to bite the hand that feeds me, but of course we're proceeding cautiously.
Especially because I want to know what their shipping charges are.
It's not like, so just so that the people that are watching this right now, so that you understand, and the people listening to this on the podcast, because we're actually videotaping this for YouTube, hopefully it works this time. But this is a relationship that we were forced into by the situation. This wasn't voluntary at all. It was plain and simple. If you want to sell DC books, DC no longer works with Diamond. You had to go to Lunar.
But to be fair, we were forced into our relationship with Diamond too, because they were the only one. They were Tigger. They were the only one.
Yeah, so it's really, you know, it's forced from one to another. So
I was kind of hoping that with Lunar coming out that it would have like been more competitive on like the shipping and hey, there's more options than just the one, which hashtag I got stuff sent directly to my post office today because I picked those up and had to race those over to you before I headed into town.
Oh, that's right.
Because they actually
shipped it to
our UPS store that they swore to me they couldn't do.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
Yeah.
Man. Yo,
and it's only Tuesday.
How am I so dense, man? Like, thank you for marrying me. Dude, I don't know if I'd marry myself right now. I'm so dense. I'm just coming to the recognition that we just traded one monopoly for another.
I was really hoping that with
monopoly relationship.
Yeah, man. And we're there. It's like, ooh, you know what? It's kind of like gangs of New York, where you've got like this gang over here and that gang over here, and they're getting ready to like fight in the middle of the street, and like we're all the little peons just running around going, we don't know who to choose for. Like, who are we cheering on? Are we cheering on this guy today? Or are we cheering this guy on today? We don't know. Like that's exactly what it is. You got two mafia bosses because Geppy kind of looks like it anyway, you know, and then you got now whoever's running Lunar. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't know a lot about this stuff.
Well, let me answer that. They have in their email it says, who owns Lunar? As most of you know, the two co-owners of Lunar Distribution also own DCBS. DCBS consists of websites for DCBS, in-stock trades, and Tales of Wonder. We want to assure everyone that DCBS and its related websites are run separately from Lunar, and that DCBS and its related websites will not receive any preferential treatment. All retailers ordering from Lunar will be treated equally. Orders that you place through Lunar are for your customers, and we want to help you serve your customers as well as possible. We have no data on your customers and don't want to have data on your customers. However, you scroll to the bottom, and the footer is copyright 2020 discount comic book service. i.e. DCBS, 2001 South Calhoun Street, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It is crazy. Like, they tried to earn our trust, and then like showed us the side chick.
No, it was like the come here. And then they hit you in the head.
I was like, what is going on here? Y'all didn't think this one out, man. Who is running that? But we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, if Lunar's listening to this for some crazy reason, look, no disrespect, but we're new to this relationship. You've already moved into our shop. You've moved into our house. And
you didn't even take us to dinner. Like, a polite thing to do is to take someone to dinner. Exactly. Or at least wine and dine us a little bit on the, hey, these first couple orders, let's help you out with the shipping till we get things, I ain't seeing none of that pop in circumstance. Like, a little bit of, like, flirt with me just a little bit, dude. Like, let's make it work.
There's been no flirting, man. They didn't
send the thumbs up on the Facebook Messenger. That works every time.
Oh, man.
For a little bit of backstory on that, that's how my husband asked me out for the first time. He sent me a thumbs up on Facebook Messenger. He said, chicks can't say no to the thumbs up.
Can't say no to the thumbs up, man.
That's what got me.
So, a quick shout out to Lords of the Long Box. We saw you guys out there today running live.
Loving that TiVo's got a shirt.
Yeah, loving that TiVo's rocking that shirt, and also loving the fact that you guys got the what'd you guys call them? They're basically just fancy scarves, but the Lords of the Long
handkerchiefs that they like put on
the little mask thing that they got going on. That's pretty dope.
It's a cool name. There's a cool name for it.
Fancy name for it, but
we up in Alaska in the middle of nowhere. We don't know them fancy names.
Cloth thing with your logo.
I graduated from Palmer High. It's probably got a difficult name I can't spell.
That you guys can use for everything, so that's cool, man.
They like
we're gonna have to hook
tying people up with it and everything when they get out of pocket, and then they're like, no COVID and no breaking out.
Jesus. So yeah, so that's that. Let me think. Some other new titles. If we, for the guys that go on our website, if you go to our new releases section, you'll see a couple of the books that are there right now. The new Batman animated series, #1 is there, and that's at aegiscomicsalaska.com, and then look at new releases, and that's where you get all the hotness of what's supposed to be at the shop this week.
So just to go back before we go too far from it, before I forget to say something, just for everyone that listens to this podcast, watches this video, we're talking about Lunar, we're talking about Diamond, and that means that we have no idea how the shipping's gonna go, which means we don't know what's gonna come in when, and even when they tell us that they've shipped us something, that's a relative term. They may say it's in the box and it's not. So bear with us, because I know that for some people it'll show on your online pull box that something's in and it may not be in. So just know this next couple of months, like we will do our best to get what we can when we can, but we have no idea how this is gonna look in the next 6-8 weeks, how this is all gonna throw down.
Yeah, I think the biggest message we want to send to all our customers, especially up here in Alaska, is that we're doing everything we can, though, to fulfill those needs for getting your book. So
we're getting on them.
We're working with 2 separate companies shows our dedication to you guys. So, and that's a thank you for all the support you guys are giving us.
Oh, absolutely.
I just looked and it confirmed we did get this Dynamic Forces Amazing Spider-Man number 800, and it's signed by Greg Land. And there is only, I think there's only 600 of those books, period. Or actually it's less, like 60 of them.
I thought you said 60.
There's only 60 of them. So we have one of them here at the shop. It'll be available. You guys come through. Let me see. Yeah, and from Marvel side of the house, we got the New Mutants and we got Excalibur in the shop. We got a lot of independent titles. As a matter of fact, our independent titles are outperforming our mainstream right now because people are starting to feel those. So
they got some good titles, man.
Yeah,
like they really go against the norm, and that's what I love about it.
We got a Harley Quinn 73 in the shop. We didn't get many of them. Just remember that particular run is coming to an end here real soon. I think 75 is the last issue, so people need to get up on that. I suspect everyone's going to want 75 last issue, and that final issue for Harley Quinn typically doesn't sell many, so their value goes up. So let's see what happens with the orders and stuff. I don't want to get crazy on the orders because I don't want to manipulate the market, but for instance, we have that graded EGS Harley Quinn, what the heck issue is that? It'll come to me in a sec, but we have that Harley Quinn, the final issue from Volume 1, and that thing's worth a decent amount of money. We got that in 9.6, I believe, or 9.4 or 9.6 in our graded area section. So that's available for sale, and it's in that beautiful EGS custom packaging, custom encapsulation for people, and so people can get a piece of that. Oh, it's on our website, not on our website, on our social media. We put it on Instagram and everything else. We got that Kiss Zombies #5 that came in. Legion of Superheroes. Speaking of which, we got to hold aside on Kiss Zombies for your girl.
For my girl, that was just what I was thinking, because I was like, she doesn't do the online pull list, so I was like looking at you know what I'm thinking. I gotta grab one for my girl up on the slope.
That we grab one on the way out.
Yeah.
And then, that Rick and Morty Go to Hell. We got that one in the shop too. So for all you Rick and Morty fans, and of course they went to hell. I feel sorry for the devil. I don't think he can.
Hey, if he turned into Pickle Rick down there, like things gonna get crazy.
Done. Vampirella Red Sonja, we got that in. Oh, the Joker 80th anniversary.
That's right. We got a
bunch of variants.
Bunch of runs on that.
That's supposed to be a great book, so hopefully people will be feeling that. That's supposed to be the start of the Joker Wars.
And they did the decade ones on that. Did that nice.
Yeah, I've got
I really like how they've turned those out. Like they did it for the Flash, they did it for Wonder Woman, and I just have loved the decades, because I just love looking at all of them, the different ones that they come up with. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we've got the Joker 80th anniversary. We've got into 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
And we got a lot of trade books in too.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of really good new trades. There's even a couple of the kid books for the smaller ones. We got Lady and the Tramp. We got Disney Princesses, and just a bunch of others. The Death of Stalin. I mean, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Glad the dude's dead, but I mean, if there's a book on it, we got it. So if anyone was looking for that, it came in.
Yeah, I got that Legion of Superheroes. That's pretty dope. And then the Go-Go Power Rangers. That's pretty dope too. So we got the new books in the shop. Oh yeah, that's right. We got Disney Princess, and we got the Lady and the Tramp.
Damn, those are the ones I just said.
Yeah. So we'll have those. We got a lot of those Art Germ. I ordered enough, I think, for everybody, and I still have more. They shorted me, so I still have another range of those coming in, and then I ordered a bunch from Lunar, some different ones, so we'll see what happens. Because I was eligible for the 1 in 25 variant for Batman 92, but it didn't come in. So for those of you who come in raging tomorrow, yo, chill. We didn't get it yet. So
there's a surprise. They messed up our order.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do the most surprise face you ever seen when we actually get an order all the way right and nothing messed up. Just so you know, spoiler alert, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow's our wedding anniversary.
I am impressed that you remembered, like wicked impressed right now.
Yeah, tomorrow's our wedding anniversary. So.
How long have we been married?
I don't know, 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years.
Do you know what the traditional gift for a third wedding anniversary is?
Nothing I want to say on the podcast. Or on YouTube. I ain't trying to get banned.
No, that's a really good segue into it, because it's leather. So tomorrow, just remember, you love me.
Oh man, that's horrible though, because Red Sonja doesn't wear leather. She wears chainmail.
She has leather in her amulets that go on her wrist, and also in her belt. She's got it to hold her sword. Yeah, I know stuff. Yeah, don't get shook. You're fine.
So with that being said, man, excited for tomorrow. I think
New Book Wednesday and our anniversary.
Wednesday and our wedding anniversary tomorrow. So if your ass ain't here by 7,
we out.
We're out.
I got dinner reservations.
Yeah, we are out.
And champagne. So
Yeah.
unless they all want me to start drinking champagne in the middle of the day here where things could just get crazy.
Oh, we got modified hours on Thursday because we got an electrician coming in to install like ceiling fan, another ceiling
So we're
fan.
not 8 million degrees this summer.
So we got a ceiling fan right here in the back cave, another ceiling fan in the main back issue bins area, and then we got some track lighting being put in that very back area when you guys come into the shop where the bookshelf is. That way, because that's the kids section too, and right now it's a little dark there, and we ain't trying to make people
That was the
feel
one
like,
thing I didn't want, and we will not have a dungeon shop.
Yeah, we can't have that dungeon look, so we'll have some track lighting getting installed. Vinoy Electric, shout out. And you need to sponsor my podcast, though, yo. Just saying, you know.
I mean, they turn everything on, so turn our podcast on.
Yeah, hook it up.
Yeah, I could come up with puns for this for days. For days on this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, think of all the different superheroes that can manipulate electricity, though. Like, let's talk about that for a second. Vinoy could be totally their own little superhero. They manipulate electricity and shoot it out at people. Like,
Electro.
no, not an Electro. The guy from Fantastic Four, when they go into space and they get... Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, yeah. And he
does a bunch of stuff.
He does a bunch of stuff, but that's one of the things that he does. See, I know stuff.
How about Thor? I mean, there was a Thor's hammer right there.
He's the god of thunder.
Yo, she just hit him with that inconsistency in the name, huh? God of thunder. It doesn't say God of lightning, huh?
Exactly.
Ooh. Okay.
Burr, 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 burr.